it's me, Crystal. So I wanted to go over my goals today and see how I did in quarter 3, which of course covers July, August, and September. And then we will talk about my goals for this fourth quarter of the year, which covers October, November, December, my goals for the rest of the year. And I'm not like 100% settled on my goals for October, but I'm gonna go ahead and see how it goes. I'm still waffling on one of them, but I'll talk about it when I get there. So we're gonna start with my July goals. I don't think I normally go over my monthly specific goals, because typically what I do is I have quarterly goals and then I break them down into monthly goals so I can make sure everything gets done and that I'm focusing on everything every month. I'm not going to talk about all my monthly goals, but I thought it would be funny to mention the specific reading and writing related goals that I have every month. So quarter 3, I had 5 goals. I wanted to start the next writing project. I did that. I wanted to edit my last project, which was Down Into This Madness. I did that. I wanted to send queries for Down Into This Madness. I did that. My fourth goal was to save a certain amount of money. I saved about half that. I didn't count this goal, obviously. It's fine. And then my 5th goal, I don't know why I picked this as my 5th goal. It was way too ambitious because I'm not in the mood to read a lot right now. But I picked a goal to read 20 books. I thought if I picked a lofty reading goal, I would read more, but I really just don't want to read a lot right now. So I read 9 books. And most of those were in July and August. I literally finished nothing in September, and I didn't realize it until like the 29th. And at that point, it's like, I'll just try to read more next month. I mean, it's just really not that big of a deal. I've obviously not figured out how to balance writing a lot and reading a lot, but we'll figure it out. So those were my 5 goals for quarter 3. So I met 3 out of 5 of them, so that's not that bad. I probably only saved money because I didn't want to have to tell myself that I didn't save anything. So that's, we take our wins where we can. My July specific writing goals and reading goals, I wanted to read 7 books in July. I did not do that. I think I just finished 2. And then my writing goals in July the first one was to finish the first draft of Down to This Madness, which I did do on the 11th of July. And then my second goal was to start the next project. I had a specific project I was going to start, which was, I call it my chaos story. I decided not to write that, and I also decided not to. My goal originally was to get the first few chapters down of this project and then edit Down to This Madness and then go back to the chaos project and continue writing it. But then after I changed my mind and decided I didn't want to do that project, I decided to just go ahead and start editing, and then I would also start researching for the next project. So I did that instead, which is totally fine. I don't feel like that counts as a failure because I just changed my mind. Okay, moving on to August. My reading goal for August was to read 5 books. I finished 7, so gotta check for that. That's good. It always feels good. And then my writing specific goal was to finish edits on Down to This Madness, which I did pretty early in the month. Like I said in the previous video, technically it was August 9th because it was 1 something in the morning. So I did that. That's exciting, which we already know I did that because that was one of my quarter 3 goals. But specifically, it was my August writing goal. And originally, my editing goal was going to be to finish in September, but once I had made a significant amount of progress in July, I realized that I could probably pretty easily finish it by the end of August. So I made that an August goal. We stay a little flexible, I revisit my goals every month. And in September, I don't know why this is funny to me. My reading specific goal for September was to read 5 books. Should have been easy, but I was not paying attention. I've just been writing And that's all I want to do right now, apparently, and that's fine. Like I said, or maybe I didn't say, I am not balancing writing a lot and reading a lot very well right now. So it's kind of like if I have a day where I read a lot, I didn't do any writing. And if I have a day where I wrote a lot, I did very little reading, if any. But we'll figure it out. It's not a big deal. My writing specific goal for September was to write 10,000 words and Working Project Dollhouse. And I definitely did this. I don't know how many words I wrote, but I definitely wrote at least 10 because I'm almost done. Of course, one of the reasons I'm laughing so much is because I just finished my query draft for Dollhouse, just in case I have to query it, because I like to be prepared. I'd rather have, a query and a query list prepared, in case I need it, than I wait, a few months to see if I can get an agent with my previous project, and then I can't, and then I'm scrambling around trying to get myself organized. So I'm already ready to go. I mean, obviously I need to finish Dollhouse and edit it first, but I have my query done. So this is the most ridiculous book I've ever written in my life. I'm not saying something, but in a good way. I think it sounds really funny. It's funny and it sounds ridiculous and it sounds fun if you're into that. So I'm excited about it. I need to share it with somebody, but I just finished writing it. I literally wrote it in the car using the voice to text thing on my phone. And then I copy and pasted it into a Word document and cleaned it up and added a couple of things and changed a couple of things. It's so dumb. It's so funny. But I think it sounds really good if you're into that. If you're into the kind of books that I write, I think it sounds really good. So, moving on to my fourth quarter goals. So, I had 7 goals. Now, this is normally I wouldn't pick so many goals. I like to have 3 to 5 and keep it manageable. But like I said, I was kind of waffling a little bit on my writing goals specifically. Part of me wants to go ahead and start the next project because I already know what it is and I'm excited about it. And part of me knows that I need to give myself some time to do some research, and I can do that while I'm editing Dollhouse. So that's probably what I'm going to do. So that's what my goals reflect. But anyway, let's get into my goals for the rest of the year. Goal number 1 is to customize my 2024 planner. I am keeping the same layout. So I'm going to keep things the same. I'm going to keep the same size. I'm going to keep the same layout. One of the main things I'm changing, other than the calendars and the dates, is I'm going to add lines to these boxes. I'm going to take out this to-do box because I realize I don't need it. Because my goal, my plan when I put the to-do box in was to be this is going to be my main to-do for the week. And then I'm if I do nothing else this week, do this. But then between my habit tracker and my weekly goal box, it was just extremely redundant. And I usually just ended up putting have a karaoke night in here, to just make sure I sing on a regular basis. 1, because it's fun, and 2, because it does help me improve my range a little bit, specifically the lower part of my range, because at the beginning of this year, if I tried to sing a song that was lower in a lower register, there was just air coming out. So now I can get words out and sounds out, and it's much better. It doesn't even sound that bad. So it's definitely worth it to make myself sing at least a few times a month. But anyway, I'm also going to keep this box blank because, I don't know, sometimes I change my mind about what I want to put in this box. Sometimes I want to put a recipe idea in there, and sometimes I want to put down what I'm reading so that I can stay focused on it. But so I'm just going to keep this blank, add some lines, change out the calendars and stuff But I'm planning on keeping everything else the same. I might add a couple more note pages to the back, but I have everything written down that I want on my note pages in the back. And yeah, so I just need to customize this and get it ready to go for 2024. I'm excited. It's because I don't have to start from scratch. I'm also going to change all my pictures and all my quotes and stuff, because I have quotes that I collect. Also in September is so gross. Like, I went with this orange and yellow theme for September just to be different, and I don't like the color yellow or orange. So this has been really hard on the eyes, and I don't like it. So I'm not gonna do any colors that I don't like next year. And just why? Okay, so moving on to my second goal for the last quarter of the year. I want to finish working Project Dollhouse. I should be done sometime in October. I could finish in a couple weeks. It depends on how much I write, but I should get done. And I'm at the part of the story where, you know, some dramatic things are happening, so I'm excited. So I'm looking forward to that. And then my third goal is to save some money. I'm not doing too badly. I'm just not motivated or something. But, and I think also too, that instead of saving like a little bit of money every month, I'm trying to save like as much as I can, and it's making me uncomfortable because I have a little bit of a spending problem. So I just think it's probably better if I save less money, but I save something every month, than me trying to save like just the maximum amount of money. But I do think I can meet this saving goals. It's not that high, you know. Okay, and then my fourth book is to read 16 books. It's just an arbitrary number. Well, it's not arbitrary. It's to get me to 50. My reading goal for the year I thought was 60, but when I looked on Goodreads, it was 55. And I was like, oh, I could probably read. I don't know why I'm like this. I'm like, oh, I could probably read 21 books by the end of the year. I mean, I could, you know. I've read more books in a shorter amount of time. But for the purposes of my goals, I'm like, if I can get close to 50, I think I'll be happy with that. I think I'll be happy if I just get to 40, honestly. So, but my reading goal is 16 books. We'll see what happens. And then my fifth goal is to edit Dollhouse. Now, this is the one I was kind of waffling on, but I do think I am going to stick with what I originally planned, because I was like, if I'm not going to query this into next year, then maybe I would just like start editing it, you know, in like December or January, and then query it in like February or something, or March. But I think I'm just going to go ahead and edit it and research the next project. So I added 2 more goals, because I wanted to stop at 5, but I just think I need a couple more. So my 6th goal is to organize my notes for the next project. I also want to start whatever little bit of research. It's not a lot, but I do need to do a little bit of research. So I also want to do that this quarter as well, but that goes into the territory of organize my notes, because I need, you know, that research in order to organize my notes. And also, I think I just need more time for this idea to settle, because it is a very new idea. So, and I need to get a playlist together, and I have like a list of like 40 potential songs for this playlist, and I need to go through them, because all those songs are not going on the playlist. I'm just not into that. Okay, and my 7th and final goal for the 4th quarter is to finish Shonda Rhimes' screenwriting masterclass. I do not know why I don't want to go through it. I think it's because it's so long, like it's over 6 hours. And I also am not super motivated either. I was talking to a coworker yesterday, and she was asking me if I've ever taken a screenwriting class, and I was like, I have. I took a script writing class in college, and I did really well. And I still remember at least 2 of the projects that I did in that class, and I really liked it, but I just kind of feel like I'm just not, I don't like want to be a screenwriter. And I'm not sure how, like, I'm not sure I can get like a lot of like general writing help out of it, but I do want to go through it. And so I'm making this my goal to finish this because my free year of masterclass, I think, ends in March. So we don't want to drag our feet too much in case there's another class or two I want to take before that ends. So like, gotta get this done. Okay, and then my reading and writing specific goals for October are to read 5 books. We'll see if it happens. It's kind of a low goal too, but we'll see. I'm not in the business of beating myself up if I don't read a certain amount of books. I've read enough books this year that I am satisfied with the reading that I've done this year, but I have books I want to read. I would like to finish them. Okay, and then my writing, the specific goal is to finish Working Project Dollhouse, which, like I said, I'm pretty sure that will get done. So to recap, because I talk so much, I have 7 goals for quarter 4. I want to customize my 2024 planner. My second goal is to finish Working Project Dollhouse, which I think I lack about 25,000 words, so should be soon. My third goal is to save a certain amount of money. My fourth goal is to read 16 books. My fifth goal is to edit Dollhouse. My sixth goal is to organize my notes for the next project. My seventh and final goal is to finish Shonda Rhimes' screenwriting masterclass, which probably should have, you know what? I should add a 5th October goal to do some masterclass lessons, right? I'm going to do that. So, why am I so ridiculous? Anyway, that is all for this video. And yeah, you know, per usual in these videos, if you want to share your goals, I don't know, if you want to tell me how you do goals, if you make goals, whatever. So I will see you in the next video, which is going up next week actually, because it's already done. So I am going to do an overview of all of the master classes, all the writing specific master classes that I have finished up until this point. And so I'm going to do that, and that's going up next week. But that will be all for this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. And happy October and happy autumn. And yeah, bye.